Hey, what is up, Slimepack Nation? I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all know if y'all see me steady looking this way, it's because I'm working. I'm always out here working while I'm working. If I'm not driving the truck, I'm on here working on my computer with editing these videos for y'all. So today's video is not gonna be a long video. We're gonna get straight to the point. It's gonna be talking about as being a lease operator at Prime taking home time, because y'all know I love me some home time. I go home in a minute if I got the chance to. But people been asking me, like, how do you not like owe so much money whenever you come back on the road? Because me, I take about 10 days of home time, sometimes 12. It depends on how I'm feeling and how good I'm enjoying myself at home. If you're a lease operator at Prime, whether you take home time or not, that truck payment, that truck expenses is gonna come out that check, whether you running or not. So whenever I first started leasing with Prime, I used to stay out 4 weeks and only take 4 days off. So I would be out on the road for 4 weeks and stay home for like 4 days, come back out on that 5th day. And I never went in the hole. But after I took that time off for Christmas and New Year's together, it was like, man, this feels so good. So ever since January, I've been taking like a week and a half off of home time. So how do I not go in the hole while taking home time that much? I'm getting ready to tell y'all. But first, make sure y'all like this video, leave a comment down below, subscribe if you haven't already subscribed, and hopefully y'all enjoy this video. Y'all, today is such a good day because I'm alive, and it's a good day for you because if you're watching this video, then you gotta be alive, right? We ain't stressing about no freight rates. We ain't stressing about no lows. We just out here doing our job and taking home time whenever we're ready to go home. Y'all want to know something? I love trucking. Trucking is like a whole bunch of emotions in one. It's a love, hate, sacrifice, privilege. It's like just a whole bunch of emotions all in one. I enjoy being on the road, but also I enjoy the ability of being home whenever I want to and how long I want to. That was really the main factor of me leasing with Prime. It was not all about, oh, I can make so much money. It was really about kind of knowing to have the freedom of, okay, I can go home this time and stay gone for this long. Of course you got your truck payment, okay, yeah, blah blah blah. But I was just worried about, I was more so focused on the freedom of being able to go home, because I know a lot of company policies is like you gotta stay out, what is it, a week, and you can get a day. Like you only get 1 day for each week you stay out. Like that's not enough home time for me. But to some people it is. But for me, that wasn't gonna work for me. So that's the real reason why I leased and didn't go company. Alright, so Prime pay period is Wednesday to Wednesday. That's our pay period. It begins on a Wednesday and it cut off on a Wednesday at 4 p.m. Central. I think so. Sometimes your dispatcher can push a load through. Like, let's say you didn't deliver a load until Thursday morning around, let's say 3 in the morning. Your dispatcher can push that load through for you if you get approved. But yeah, our pay period is from Wednesday to Wednesday. What I do is, whenever I request home time, it's usually on a Friday or Saturday. I ask to go home on a Friday or Saturday. If I'm lucky enough, I usually get home on the day before. So let's say if I requested Saturday, sometimes if the load is a drop and hook and it's got an open window of like a 24-hour open window, I can drop that load off early that Friday and get home early on a Friday. But there's never been a time where I wasn't able to make it home by my requested home time. So with that being said, the reason why I usually ask to go on a Friday or Saturday is because if I go home during those days, that gives me a chance to get at least 1 or 2 loads in. Now, if I go home on a Saturday, that means I definitely had a chance to get in 2 loads. So if I already got 2 loads in, then that's enough to cover my truck expenses for that week. Try not to complicate y'all. So let's say if I went home, matter of fact, I'm gonna pull up a calendar for y'all. Yeah. Let me screen record this while I'm talking. All right, y'all see the calendar? Today is April the 23rd. All right, so let's just say today is April the 24th. All right. And okay, boom, I did 2 loads. My last load delivered on that 27th, which is the day I asked to go home, on that 27th. Whatever I ran in between the 24th and the 27th, it covered for that week. All right, Slimepack Nation, I had to pause this video right here because as I'm currently editing this video, I don't know if I'm sleepy, tired, or what. It seems like I'm confusing myself. But it is 12:15 in the morning, and I'm editing this video for y'all. I'm trying to get it done, and then I can finally get some sleep. But we're about to pop this calendar back up right here on the screen, and I'm going to try to sum it up real quick for y'all. So like I was saying, I leave out to go home on the 26th or the 27th. I usually wouldn't come back out to hit the road until May the 6th. So like I was saying, whatever I made between that 24th and 27th, that's going to cover my truck payment for that week of, where y'all see May the 1st at. All right, I'm going to leave out on the 6th because like I told y'all, our pay period ends on a Wednesday. If I leave out on the 6th, I'll have a chance to get a load in to cover that truck payment for that week right there of May the 8th. Remember that 24th to the 27th covered for May the 1st. So that May the 6th is going to cover for May the 8th. Whew. Hopefully y'all got that. Now I'm going to be truthful. Now sometimes whenever I come back out, the load may be short a few $100s and I may have to pull that from my e-fund. But still, at the end of the day, it's not coming from my pockets. It's coming out of the e-fund. It usually only be like maybe $300. Depends on how I do my fuel. Like for an example, whenever I get ready to come home, a lot of times I just add fuel by the load. I only add just what I need. But let's say if I'm coming from an area where I know fuel is going to be the cheapest, like for an example, if the prime driver's watching, it's a Circle K in Illinois, I forgot what part, and fuel is always the cheapest there. If I'm taking a load straight from there to North Carolina, I'm going to put enough fuel in to get me home and to get me a load out of there. So I can kind of like save on both ends, kind of saving for the long run and not just for the moment. So that's how I get to go home those many days and not be in the hole. Now, you have to calculate your own expenses whenever it comes to you taking home time if you're a lease operator. Like, I be seeing people videos saying if you going home every 3 weeks, you ain't making no money, which is not true. Go home with whatever, you know, you comfortable with. If you comfortable with going home every 2 weeks as a lease operator, you can do that. You just have to keep in mind those truck expenses is still gonna come. If you able to do that, then do that. That's for you. Only you can determine how much home time is gonna work for you. Only you can determine that, because everybody expenses is not the same. Everybody don't run the same. Everybody don't make the same revenue. So you got to stick with what works for you. I want to add in a few more things right here. Especially in this trucking thing, you're going to always get opinions, and a lot of people say advice from other people telling you what you should do, what you shouldn't do based on their personal experience, because you're going to always run into those truckers that say, well, I wouldn't do this, or I wouldn't do that, or I would do this, or I would do that based off of their personal experience. Nobody on earth has the same life. Nobody on earth thinks the same. So It's okay to take advice, but remember, make decisions for yourself. Only you know your life. Only you know your personal stuff. Only you know your expenses. Only you know what is going to work for you. I love to say, what don't work for you may works for me. And what works for me may not work for you. And y'all keep that quote in mind, because I got something special for y'all coming. I got something special to back that up. But yeah, back to what I was saying. Like this home time, a lot of people say, if you're gonna lease, don't take a lot of home time or you're not gonna make money. Trust me, you can make money and take home time. You don't have to sacrifice all your life out here on the road just to make money. You can make money and also take home time. Look at me. I go home every single month about 10 to 12 days and I'm still making money. But like I said, keep in mind your personal expenses, what works for you. There are a lot of people out here who have lots of bills, lots of debt, kids, family to take care of. And then there's some people that has nothing, no debt, no bills, none of that. So you can't give both of those people the same advice. Remember, do what works for you and do what you want to do. You will learn along the way.